All right. So let's see if anybody joins. But yeah. So my giveaway in that isn't happening for a while. I just got the stuff I needed for it in the mail. So I still have to Loctite everything. So until I Loctite everything, all my magnets, I won't actually be doing my giveaway. So yeah, I just opened it up in that one video to give people a head start of commenting, give them kind of an idea of what I liked and what I didn't like. So yeah, but I'm gonna be doing another giveaway video pretty soon, filming it of my magnet fishing giveaway. So there's that. But yeah, so let's see what else was I gonna talk about. I got distracted. Yeah, I did do some magnet fishing, but I didn't really catch much anything. My best catch was my somebody said a 410 shotgun shell, but I'm not quite sure. I know it's a pistol shotgun shell. I think somebody was using it to hunt duck, is my guess, because of the location where I found it. But who knows? Honestly, of course, I got a bunch of fishing hooks. I got the most fishing hooks I've ever got magnet fishing in one trip this time. So there's that. But I didn't get any lures. I did get an underspin, which is part of a lure, but I didn't get any lures except for a soft plastic speed crawl. Um, hey, what's up? Funk it CT. What's going on? So yeah, I gotta go to work tonight on my birthday, of course. Lovely. But yeah, today is my birthday, so yeah, there's that. Yeah, October 16th, and then my mom's birthday is tomorrow. So yeah, I call her up and wish her happy birthday. Um, I didn't get any sleep since like 11 yesterday. So yeah, I'm retired, but I don't care. I do it sometimes. I'm scheduled an 11-hour shift, so there's that too. I probably will end up working a 12-hour shift. Uh, Connecticut. Oh, yeah. Thanks. Appreciate you. But yeah, so for my birthday, I went magnet fishing, even though it was like a day early. But yeah, I didn't really catch much of anything. I need to find some new spots. But the issue is traveling. I can't get a license right now because Corona. So there's no point in me even buying a car right now, even if I thought that it was necessary, which I do think it's necessary for me to invest in a car because I like to travel, be able to travel around and fish. So yeah, I can't do that right now. It's too expensive and too unreliable having to call taxis and stuff. It's just not really that great. So yeah, but I'm gonna regular fish Griffey, which is the same area that I magnet fished this time. And my magnet fishing videos I just uploaded, literally just uploaded. But yeah, I'll be fishing the other side, which would be where the dam is, because it's starting to get cold here. So yeah, fish like to be near the dam because of the hotter water there. And also that area has a creek that runs off of it. So I'll be fishing the creek too because they'll take residence in the creek because it'll have hotter water there too. So I'm pretty sure I'll be able to catch better fish if I fish that side than if I were to fish the other side because of the climate now. So it actually benefits me a lot because it's a lot closer. I can walk if I have to. If I get stranded out there and I can't get an Uber to come and get me, then yeah, I'll just walk back. But yeah, it's whatever. Yeah, it ended up raining on me the entire time I was magnet fishing too. I don't know if you guys noticed. It's kind of hard to tell if you don't really pay attention. Yeah, bait trap. I don't fish like that, but yeah, whatever. Live bait. Yeah. I've been fishing my entire life using live bait and bread, so I kind of got away from that, and I'm forcing myself to learn new ways of fishing, which would be lures. So that's why I went out and invested and bought a whole bunch of lures. The lures that I like and that I fish with the most and that I've fished with my entire life are jigs, but I've never really fished with weedless jigs with the piece that has the weedless that makes it weedless. So it's new to me. I've only fished like swimming jigs and stuff like that before. Um, but I'm most familiar and most comfortable with jigs and also lipless crankbaits. So I'm trying to force myself into different types of fishing. So yeah, to learn new things. By the way, that's just empty water jug in the background popping. If you're wondering what that noise is. Too soon. Anyways, yeah. So I invested in lipless crankbaits and top waters and stuff like that. Although top water season's done pretty much. But yeah, I could pretty much fish some poppers if I really wanted to. Or poppers, crap. What are those called? Well, anyways. Yeah, I know. That's just part of being a fisherman or fisher girl or whatever. Um, yeah, you gotta get outside your comfort zone sometimes and try new stuff. That's just how you keep things interesting and have fun fishing. Learn how to fish in different ways and that. So, um, I'm not big on soft plastic worms. I hate them. I hate Senkos. I hate them so much. But I'll fish with the curly tail worm, no problem. But I will not ever fish with the Senko. I hate them. I have bad experiences with Senkos, and I just hate fishing with them. If I'm gonna fish with the worm, I'll fish with the curly tail worm if it's fake, or real worms. I like fishing with real worms, but yeah, it is what it is. As far as my preference of live bait, I like fishing with worms and crickets. I like fishing with crickets. But yeah, as far as like live bait and that, I've never really fished with live bait besides minnows and worms and crickets. And I'm not really a fan of minnows, but yeah, that's what it is. And then I've caught a fish on a lipless crankbait, but as far as besides that, only jigs as the only artificial lures that I've caught fish with. I've never caught any fish where I am right now in Indiana, so I've never caught any like smallmouth or muskie or any of that kind of stuff. So I'm hoping to catch new types of fish around here. Um, I'm trying to think, what's the name of that one type of fish? Crap. Well, anyways, so yeah, I've caught a lot of bass in my life, largemouth bass, but never any smallmouth though. I'm hoping to catch some smallmouth pretty soon though. I think it would be fun. They're harder to catch because they got smallmouth, obviously. But yeah, there's a. I do want to end up catching some catfish around here with like cut bait or something. I don't know, but yeah, I'm gonna try fishing with Brett around here too because that's just old school, and I've never done that here, and that's the most comfortable fishing that I have. Technique that I'm most comfortable with catching fish is bread. I have a different technique than most people use. I don't make bread balls. I make bread triangles. The bread triangles, you can cast them 100 times before your bread flies off or whatever or disintegrates. Yeah, and I'm not joking. You could cast it 100 times, and I'm not exaggerating. But if you do a bread ball, you're lucky to get 10 casts out of it before you got to replace it. But yeah, there's just something about the triangle that makes it so much more fishable. Yeah, triangles. What you do is you take your fingers like this, and you take the bread and you smush it together, and you press it into a triangle like that. And then when you press it into a triangle like that, you pull your hands apart and it's just a triangle there. And you thread the hook through it, through two of its sides, and it'll never come off. And it resists the water better than a circle than a sphere would or what ball than a ball would. But yeah, if I had some bread around, I would show you. But I don't have any bread in my crib, so yeah, there's that. But yeah. So eventually I'm gonna show YouTube how I make the bread triangles because I'm gonna pass it along. It really helps out fishing a ton. It makes bread fishing so much easier and better, and it attracts more fish too. There's just something about the triangle. I don't know if it displaces more water or I don't know what it is, but fish love the triangle bread. They'll go for their triangle bread over ball bread, and I know this because me and my friend were fishing next to each other, and like we casted like right next to each other, and the fish went after my triangle and not his ball. And it's bread. Bread is bread, and we're using the same bread. So I don't know. There's just something about the triangle. You can call it a pyramid. I don't know, but there aren't any steps on it though. Yeah, it's just a triangle, I guess is what you call it. But yeah, um, yeah, I don't think you would really call it a pyramid, but yeah. I guess if you want to take the time and shape it, you could put stairs on it if you really wanted to. But I don't think it would improve the bait, honestly. If you're wondering what I'm drinking, it's just water. I don't drink anything but water and energy drinks. I don't drink soda or anything like that. I don't even drink juice, but yeah, it's whatever. Energy drink, Monster energy drink, some water. That's all. So, yeah, it's not flat. It's a three-dimensional triangle. Yeah, if you flattened it out, you wouldn't catch anything. Yeah, you would not fish good if you flattened it out. No, it's like an actual uh three-dimensional triangle. Like a pie. What do you mean like a pie? A pie's circular. No, it's more like a pyramid without the steps. Like a smooth pyramid. Smooth face pyramid. That's what it is. Yeah, smooth face pyramid. Anyway, so oh yeah, like a piece of cut pie. No, because it's a equilateral triangle. When you make it, if you make it wrong, and it's not equilateral, it won't fish right. It'll be harder to fish. So you want to make your sides as even as possible when you're pressing it together. Yeah. So you got to have at least a little bit of knowledge in geometry to be able to fish my bait. Yeah. So yeah, you want an equilateral triangle, all three sides to be the same size, and then you'll fish it better. You can fish the bait triangle bread triangles as like a swimming bait, so to speak, because you can swim it around, or you can just set it out there and wait for a catfish to come after it or a bass. Bass or catfish will come after it the same way. You can just set it out there and let your line be unspooled, or I don't know what that's called, but what is that called? I don't know, but the bar that you press to lock it in or unflipped if you're fishing a spinning reel. I can't think straight right now. What was called unbailed. Thank you. Yeah, you just leave it unbailed, and then you wait for your line to start running, and then you just flip it and lock it in and reel in, and then set the hook. But yeah, you can fish it like that, or you can fish it like a swimming bait. They'll attack it either way. Even catfish will attack it swimming, which most people are like, how do you catch a catfish swimming? It's like easily. Catfish aren't just bottom feeders like people think that they are. Catfish actually hunt. Um, they'll actually hunt bait fish in that, which people don't think that a catfish would do that. Even small catfish will hunt bait too. Uh, Bait fish, minnows, and stuff like that. You can catch a catfish on a minnow. I've done it before, but it's just not very common. I've even caught catfish on worms, which like is common. I'm pretty sure everybody's heard of catching catfish on worms. So you don't have to have it be bottom to catch catfish. You can catch it anywhere. Uh, oh, it's super hard. Um, Occasionally, if I think ahead, I'll take me a rubber mallet with me because sometimes when you got two magnets, they'll get stuck together. But most of the time, you have like a rock or something around, you can just beat them off of each other. But yeah, that's normally what you gotta do is you gotta beat stuff off of it with like cement or something. Oh, you're catfishing right now and have a bunch. Good, cool. What bait you using, James? Byron, or however you pronounce your name. I'm sorry. What bait you using right now? Cut bait or bread or what? Or worms or I don't know. Because I was talking about all of them. Yeah. Uh, Sure shot. What's that? Is those round pellet things? Or are you like spear fishing them? Or bow fishing, I mean, not spear fishing, bow fishing them. Um, uh, Punch bait. I'm not too familiar. What's a punch bait? Anyways, yeah. My magnet is 2,400 pound double sided, the biggest one I have, and then I have a 1,100. I think yeah, 1,100 pound double sided is my smaller one pound pole, and then my single sided one is 2,000 pound pole. It's a beast, and then my grappling hook for stuff that it won't come up. That's how I pulled out that electric scooter that you rent. I pulled that out with my grappling hook. I hooked it in the wheel and it was not coming off and pulled it up super heavy. Uh, oh, all right, I got you. So you're fishing like you would for bass and also catfish. That makes sense. Yeah, a lot of people think that to fish catfish, you gotta fish catfish bait. You can fish for catfish and bass the same way and catch both species. Bass and catfish eat the same things, pretty much, and they act the same. Um, they feed the same. But a lot of people think wrongly about that. They think, oh, you gotta fish specifically for catfish if you want to catch catfish, or bass specifically to catch bass. No, you can fish for pretty much any fish the same, um, any predatory fish, and bass and catfish are predatory fish, so you can fish the same way and you'll catch them. Any predatory fish will attack the same bait, pretty much. Uh, all right, so the best magnet I would get for beginners would be the 1,100 pound double sided, or if you want to go to Brute Man X, I'll get the 1,200 pound double sided magnet. You can throw it out further, and it's plenty powerful enough to get pretty much everything up. And then I would invest in getting a claw too because they're invaluable. But if you don't want to spend money on the claw, don't worry about it. 1,200 pound pole magnet is where it's at for beginners. And a lot of people are like, oh, you got to go big or go home. Well, now when you're talking about magnet fishing, the smaller one you can throw out further. So you'll actually find more stuff with it. I fish with my smaller one a lot more than my bigger one. I just happened to take the bigger one with me because I was fishing the 2,000 pound single sided magnet. So I was like, all right, well, I might as well take the big one. But the next time I go, I'm going to take my smaller one with me. I really do like that smaller one, and it's very powerful. 1,200 pound pole magnet, double sided, will pull up a boat anchor that's stuck underneath the rock and flip the rock and pull the boat anchor free and pull it in. I've done it before, and boat anchors are rusted and not the best surface area and stuff like that for the magnet. So it's very powerful. 1,200 pounds will be plenty enough, double sided. And do not go single sided if you're only going to get one magnet. You'll get snagged and you'll end up losing it and breaking off and whatnot. You'll want to go with the double sided magnet. And the double sided magnet you can throw out and stuff like that. Yeah, the 1,200 pound pole, double sided magnet will be cheaper too than most of the magnets out there. It'll cost you like $80 to get a rig because you got to buy the fire rescue rope, and you want to buy a static fire rescue rope too. By the way, because if you buy dynamic rope, you'll end up breaking off, and dynamic rope isn't good for weather too. So, like being in the water, you'll end up breaking your rope. You have to get static rope for if you're going to be magnet fishing. So when you go on to Amazon or anywhere, make sure that you're buying static rope for magnet fishing. Yeah. And if you're going to be rock climbing, make sure you buy dynamic rope and not static rope. You'll end up killing yourself. All right, so let's see. 15, that's good. Really good. Um yeah, if you get snagged and you're not able to go to like the bank and pull it from a different direction, then you're screwed. You're done. That's why you go with the double sided magnet if you're gonna be throwing out. But if you're just gonna be dropping up and down, like around docks and off of bridges and stuff like that, you go with the single sided magnet, but never throw out the single sided magnet. I see people do it all the time on YouTube. They're stupid and they end up losing their magnets, getting snagged and never get it back. Yeah, once it gets stuck, you never get it back. But I've never lost a magnet because I'm smart about how I fish it. Double sided magnets I throw out. Single sided magnets I do not throw out. Um, I have gotten this double sided magnet stuck underneath the rock one time. But all you do with the double sided magnet is you let slacken your line, and you pretend that it's a whip and whip your rope like you would a regular whip, and it'll whip your rope out and force your magnet out past the rock, and then you can just pull it free. So it's not like a single sided magnet. Single sided magnet, you couldn't do that with it, but double sided magnet, you can get free from being up underneath rocks and snagged. So if you're afraid of losing a magnet, double sided magnets where you want to go. You're there's like 99.9% chance that you will not lose your magnet ever if you buy a 1,200 pound double sided magnet. So yeah, if you buy a single sided magnet, there's a 15% likelihood that you will never lose your magnet. Yeah, so you go the way of the double sided magnet if you're worried about not spending a lot of money and not having to replace magnet. Yeah, double sided magnets where you want to go. Yeah. If I were you, I'll go to brutemagnetics.com. Not that I support them or they support me, but they have pretty good cheap magnets. And if you want to go the way of not spending a lot of money and getting good quality magnets, you go to Brute Magnetics if you're in the US. Yeah, which I'm assuming you probably are since you're on my live stream talking English, but you never know. Equals drop straight down, yeah. And double sided magnet equals you throw out, yeah, and just pull back slowly, drag it along the bottom. Uh yeah, so if you're gonna invest in a magnet, make sure that you invest in some red Loctite. Make sure it's red and not the blue kind because the blue kind isn't permanent. Um Yeah, so you'll want to use the red Loctite to seal it in and keep the eyeball from coming unscrewed and you losing your magnet. And then you also want to invest in some rock climbing carabiners, official 25 to 30 pound 25 to 30 pound 25 to 35 Newton. Anything less than that, you're going to lose your magnet most likely. And you want to invest in aluminum. Make sure that it's aluminum aircraft grade carbiners that you're using to secure your rope to your magnet. Because if you don't, what will happen is your metal carbiners will end up sticking to your magnet, and you'll end up not catching a lot of stuff because your carabiner will be in the way. Yeah, so you want to get a non-magnetic carabiner and use that. And you want to use fire rescue rope because it already comes tied that way and taped, so that way you don't have to worry about your rope getting snagged on stuff and ripping your rope apart. Yeah, so there's that too. Um, Unless you're like some really good sailor or whatever, or marine, and you want to tie your own rope. But yeah, most of us aren't like that. So just get an already pre-tied rope with fire rescue. Uh, yeah, that happens. Jealous. Yeah. Yeah, I enjoy catfish. Where I'm from, catfish are small though. Here, where I am right now, catfish are really big. We get blues and stuff like that. I think the blues around here. But yeah, where I'm from, the catfish you're lucky to get a 10-pound one. That would be like the biggest one imaginable to catch. Um, so as far as like my PB bass is it was 8 pounds, 9 ounces, I think, or 8 pounds, 7 ounces. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it was like 8, 7, or 8, 9. It was weighed, it was official. I was 4 years old. Yes, 4 years old. I was at I had a like get together with my family, and we were in the back eating food, and it was right off of a river where he lived, and it was like a big river there in Florida, and they didn't have any like kids rods, and I was like, whatever, I'll still cast it. I want to fish, so I picked up an adult rod. It was like a 7.4 or 7.6. It was a really big rod, and real. It wasn't a casting rod. It was a spinning rod. Uh, spinning reel. Yeah, whatever. No, no, I'm not doing the giveaway today, but yeah, it's gonna be a little while. Um, yeah, I haven't even put the magnets together for the giveaway, and it takes at least 3 days to cure it. If you're gonna Loctite your magnet, give it at least 3 days to cure. Most people only give it a day, like the instructions say, but better to be safe than sorry. Loctite takes a long time to cure. It's like what is it called? Yeah, whatever. Doesn't really matter. But anyways, yeah, you want to be on the air on the safe side and give it 3 days, 3 24 hours shifts to dry and be completely dry before you get your magnet wet. Yeah, and I'm using the red permanent high strength weatherproof. So once you Loctite it, you won't ever have to Loctite it again, and it ain't ever gonna come loose. I've Loctited mine, my first magnet 2 years ago, and I fished with it for 2 years, and not hasn't even moved it a millimeter. It doesn't even look like it's coming off or anything. The excess, because you'll get excess on the threads, even where it's not tightened by the eyeball, and none of it's come off or anything like that. Uh, yeah. I'm gonna do a video where I show me putting the magnets together for the giveaway. So I'll do that later. But I'm not gonna get my magnet around my computer, so I'm sorry. There's that. But yeah. Anyways, so yeah, I'm gonna do a video pretty soon showing me putting them together. Yeah, but I'll keep my camera away from the magnet as far as possible. The magnetic fields on there reach out um, very far, but it's mainly in the front face of it. So I'll make sure I have my magnet downward most of the time. And when it's up and the center's up, I'll have it pointed away from my camera. Yeah, as much as possible. Well, yeah, you gotta be careful with magnets. I've seen people destroy their phones because they have their phones in their pocket while they're magnet fishing, and their magnet sticks to them and destroys their phones. So you gotta be careful with these magnets. They will destroy your phone and your computer and any electronics at all. When I'm magnet fishing, I wear a backpack and I put my phone in my backpack so that way that does not happen. Cause yeah, I've had my magnet stick to my keys and stuff because I wear my keys on my carabiner, and even like when I wear my raincoat, when it's raining and that there's loops in them, and they'll stick to the loops, and I'll be like, "What's going on?" I'll look down and my rain jacket's connected to my magnet. Yeah, but you gotta be careful with them. I pinched my fingers trying to get my magnet off of the bridge. It got accidentally cut to the bridge. So you gotta be careful with these magnets. Always wear gloves. The gloves will help keep you from getting pinched really bad. If I wasn't wearing gloves, I'd have been bleeding from the pinch. One day I was unboxing magnets and I got them too close together and they snapped together on each other. Oh, that was horrible. You gotta be so careful with these magnets. Yeah, I was bleeding and it was bad for like a week. Um, yeah, so the way that the Earth's magnetic field works, magnets themselves won't affect it. You couldn't make enough magnets to actually affect the Earth's magnetic field. You just make it stronger. I don't know if you know anything about magnets, but magnets don't interfere with other magnets fields. They only increase them and add to it, and they might change the direction of it, but it wouldn't actually destroy the magnetic field. It would just possibly change the direction of it and make it stronger. So it would actually be good and not bad. So, but it would be impossible to get that many magnets together to affect the Earth's magnetic field. It would be pretty much impossible. Not impossible, but improbable. Uh, yeah, phone's about dead. All right, well, I'll see you later then when your phone cuts off. I'm gonna be taking off pretty soon, anyways. I gotta get ready for work. I gotta do laundry and stuff like that. But I still got a little while before it's like do or die type thing. Um, yeah. So, what are you talking about? Oh, really? About my getting pinched by magnets? Yeah, that sucked. But yeah. So, a lot of people don't know this about me, but I'm an inventor. So I'm like saving up right now for inventions. I'm hoping to be a millionaire pretty soon. But yeah, I tell people all the time I'm still gonna keep my job even if I become a millionaire. I'm still gonna be working at McDonald's. I enjoy working at McDonald's, honestly. I'm a manager there, floor manager. Uh yeah, so the reason why they did that was because they had batteries and stuff back then, and they used it to charge their batteries. Uh, they found clay jars and stuff that had battery acid in it. Well, it was like lemon and also seawater they used for some of it, and then they had copper rods inserted into them, and they sealed it with what did they seal that with? I can't remember what they sealed the jars with. Yeah, like the bad dad batteries and stuff like that. Yeah, they had that sort of technology back then, so that they had it like that so that they could use batteries and stuff like that. But they used it for religious purposes only, and possibly lighting. But I mean, it wouldn't have been like viable enough to have like cities lit up. So they might have used it for like lamps, so to speak. Like, but yeah, it was mainly for religious purposes. Like also for wellness. I don't know if you know anything about magnets, but magnets help you out because everybody has a soul. So I don't know if you're religious or anything, but magnets affect your soul and help give you energy and stuff like that. And, yeah, it's just whatever. But everybody generates a magnetic field, a EM field, electromagnetic field. We generate Our soul generates enough energy to power one light bulb in a household for an entire year that we generate an entire day. So in one day we could power an entire light bulb for an entire year in a house. So yeah, our souls are very powerful. But each person has a different level of energy from their soul. That's why there's like clairvoyance that be like, oh, your soul's blue or red or whatever, depending on how strong your soul is what color it would be. I'm not too familiar with it because I don't have that type of clairvoyance, but as to tell you, all right, well, blue would mean you have a higher strength energy. Soul or red would be lesser. I'm not quite sure, honestly, but something like that. Uh, I am sensitive to EM though. I can't get around those green boxes. I didn't know at the time when I was younger that I was sensitive to EM until I sat on one of those and it made me sick, made me dizzy and almost pass out. At first, I didn't know what was going on, but then later on, I realized that I'm sensitive to EM. But yeah, I can sense all types of things. Like you put me around a fallen angel, and I'll be able to point them out and be like, "Yo, that's a fallen angel right there. They're possessed. They have a different type of energy about them. It's like really negative, so to speak. I don't know how to explain it. It's like horrible. It's bad. Um, when I get in some around somebody that's like really power has really powerful energy, like fallen angel would, it's almost like walking through water, walking through their energy field generated from their soul. It's like a resistance, but not really a resistance. And it just feels weird. You can just feel the negativeness of their emotions and stuff. It's crazy. But yeah, I can even sense like real angels, like like fallen angels aren't real angels, but good angels. Yeah, that's a better terminology. I can sense good angels too, like guardian angels and that. Uh, I pointed out my guardian angel one time to my sister. We were outside on, and it was like overcast the entire sky with. It was like nighttime, but it didn't really look really dark because the clouds were all white and it covered the entire sky. So it like made it lighter outside, and we happened to go outside. And I pointed out we were taking my dog out and to play out in the yard, but you got to watch them because they'll jump fences. So we had to be out there with them. So that's why we were outside, trying to get them to go to the bathroom, watching them and that. And then I sensed her, my guardian angel. So I'm like, hey, Jen, look. I'm like, there's my guardian angel right there. And she's like, yeah, right. She just laughed it off. So I'm like, nah, seriously. And I pointed again. I said, that's where my guardian angel is. And she said, nah, seriously, that's where my guardian angel is. Right where I pointed, there's a cookie cutter cut out of the cloud in the shape of an arrow pointing exactly to where I was pointing. God's like, yeah, you are right. It's right there. She's right there. Uh, yeah, yeah. You're talking about the batteries again. Yeah. Yeah. So the Baghdad batteries and stuff like that is just clay jar batteries, but they don't really. Science doesn't really know for sure if they're using them for like lamps or lanterns or whatever to power light bulbs. But they did have the technology if they wanted to make light bulb sort of light bulbs. It would be like a really old school lamp. It wouldn't be very bright though because the batteries weren't very powerful. But it would be good enough that they could use it for writing and stuff like that. So that's what I think they were using it for. Honestly, was for like clay tablets and stuff. They could use it to write at night on their clay tablets, and that is probably why they had such a successful uh, trading going on because they could do trading at night and stuff. They didn't have to wait till during the day. And torches and stuff like that, they didn't really have the viable torch material there because it's the desert. So yeah, they probably used the batteries instead. Um, that's just my theory, but who knows? Really, it's not like we're like, oh, hey, you guys are still around. What did you guys use the batteries for? Did you guys even have batteries? Oh, who knows? But anyway, so yeah, um, yeah, so I'm gonna be doing another fishing giveaway too, like regular fishing lures and that. I've unboxed some of them that I'm gonna be giving away. Somebody brought it up. Was like, "Oh, what did you do? Win the lottery?" I was like, nah, I'm just investing here and there, spending some of my money. Yeah, I'm investing in my channel. Eh, to make money, you gotta spend money. So I'm trying to build up a subscriber base to where I can make money off of ads and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm still trying to save money though, so I'm not gonna do a whole bunch of giveaways a lot. I've just been I already started these, so I might as well finish them. Yeah, and I have plans to do these, so I like to do stuff and stick to it. So I'm sticking to it. But yeah, so I don't know if you got any questions about my channel or anything. Funk it CT. But yeah, I'm waiting until I build enough subscribers before I start editing and stuff like that. I'll actually go out and buy a gaming computer and open back up my gaming channel. The gaming part of my gaming channel. Uh the gaming part of my gaming channel. The gaming part of my channel that I have currently where I played TF2, Team Fortress 2. I love playing TF2. It's so much fun. A lot of people get frustrated and stuff like that because you got hackers and stuff that come on and whatnot and mess with you. And yeah, there's pro gamers on that game, like people that make over $1 million a year playing that game. So it's really hardcore. You got to play with pro gamers and stuff. So, and anytime that you've been away from it and go back to it, it takes a while to get used to it. And anytime you switch computers too, it takes a while to get used to it because your keys will be set up different. And it's the way I play. I use the arrow pad and the mouse pad on a laptop. It's the only viable way to play TF2. If you're playing on a tower, you're not going to be as good as somebody that's playing on a laptop. Period. A lot of people think that, oh, you got to invest in a tower PC to play TF2 Pro. It's like, no. The best way to play it is on laptop. Any online game plays better on a laptop because of the way the laptop is set up. Plus, it just runs more efficiently. A laptop runs more efficiently than a tower. A lot of people think that towers are the way to go for gaming computers. It's not. If you want a good gaming computer, you go with a laptop, and you'll be way better than somebody with the tower, even if you don't have experience or whatever. Yeah, so go with the laptop if you're gonna get into gaming. But yeah, I'm gonna open up my gaming channel again soonish. I don't know how soon. The computers cost like $1,000, so it's like maybe not too soon, but soonish. I'm also finishing my books. I'm writing 3 books right now. My third one, I gotta write the ending. I'm writing them all together into a trilogy. The first one's already been written and edited. It'll be edited kinda when I go in to type it. Yeah, and I'll go through and check all my spelling on my words and stuff like that. I underline words that I'll go through with like a dictionary and check it and make sure that it's right and that. And then my second book, I'm still editing it, and then after I finish editing it, then I'll have to write the ending to it because I cut out the ending. It was horrible, so I gotta rewrite the ending. But yeah, my first book is the good vampires. The second book is the bad vampires, and then the third book is the combination of the war between them. And the third book character is a deity. She's a goddess. I can't remember. I think I called her Goddess of Wrath. I can't remember, but yeah, I'll have to look that up. Or whatever. I'll find out eventually. But yeah, I do some readings of my books. If I see something really cool, I'll do a reading on it. The first book has been copyrighted. The second book has not been copyrighted. The third book has not been copyrighted. But if I'm just doing excerpts, it doesn't really matter. If somebody's going to steal an excerpt, it's just an excerpt. It's not that much. It's not even enough to go off of and make a book out of it. But yeah, I'm really good at writing books, and people have come to me and like, "How do you write books so good?" It's like it's simple. Um, write about dreams. Dreams are the easiest way to write something that will actually work. So what you do is if you're having problems writing it, what you do is when you're going to go to sleep, you think about it and fantasize about it pretty much. Try and think about scenarios of stuff that might happen and whatnot. And then while you're dreaming, because when you fell asleep, you were thinking about your book, then you'll start dreaming about your book, and it'll give you clues as to where to go with your book if you're stuck on writing. Yeah, so if you're stuck on writing, learn how to lucid dream is what I'm trying to say. Lucid dreaming is the way to writing good. That's my secret right there to what makes me such a good writer. Lucid dreaming. I just start thinking about my book when I'm going to sleep when I'm writing it, and then it just comes to me and whatnot. Lucid dreaming, and that helps me out, keeps me writing, and doesn't get me stuck anywhere. I never get stuck writing. I'm just a good writer. Period. I was talking about it in my previous live stream. In my previous life, I was Ayn Rand, the one before this. So yeah, I was obviously an author my entire life, successful. So to not be a successful writer now, when I kept a lot of her personality, it would be a catch-22, so to speak. We kept a lot of the same philosophies too, like being selfish. I'm selfish. I am. I really am. Like most people wouldn't think I'm selfish because I'm doing giveaways and stuff like that, but I'm doing it for a reason to build my channel up, so that way eventually I can make money off of it. And people are like, "Oh, well, that's greedy. You're doing it just for money." Nah, I started my channel just so that I could document my life because I've lived a really crazy life. I've gone through so much crazy stuff, and people don't believe me. I was like, "Oh, well, I'm going to start documenting it." So there's that. Anyways, so yeah, I'm kind of watching the time. It's getting late, like 15 minutes tops, and then I gotta go. But yeah, I gotta do 4 loads of laundry, but I only have to dry 2 of them, so I should be good. Um, yeah. Um, so yeah, he scheduled me at 8 when I'm normally going at 9. I was looking another extra hour early. I was like, no, not on truck night. Because truck night, I normally have to stay after longer to put it up because we don't really have anybody to put it up. So yeah, sucks. Although hopefully, well, I'll have somebody to help me out because for months and for 2.5 months, almost 3 months, I was the only one putting it up. So I did everything. I did freezer, dry stock, and walk in. It was just a lot of stuff when you're doing it alone. But yeah, so I was kind of burnt out on it, and I finally get started getting help. So I'm kind of shoving the responsibility onto them, uh, kind of, but I'm still doing it, kind of. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of work, and it's gonna be a long night on my birthday, nonetheless. But who cares? I don't care about working on my birthday. Birthday's just a birthday. I'll even work on holidays. I don't care. I'm old enough. Holidays and that don't really matter to me. I'm a millennial. If anybody was wondering about my age, I'm just turned 30. Yeah, big 30. But it doesn't really matter though. I don't care about age either. I look a lot younger than I am because I take care of myself. I don't do drugs and stuff like that. So yeah. Well, I used to do drugs, but I got off of them, so it didn't really age me that much. Luckily, I got off of them soon enough. I didn't get reprehensible aging from it and reprehensible damage to my body. But yeah, I did go through some addictions, but addiction runs in my family, and I was able to kick it. So I'm once again straight edge. I'm born again. I don't do anything. The only thing I do is caffeine, Monster Energy drinks, and people say, "Oh, well, that doesn't make you straight edge." Well, caffeine is not a drug; it's a vitamin. People be like, "Vitamin? It's not a vitamin." Like people get so mad when I say that caffeine's a vitamin. It is. Look it up. If you don't believe me, look it up. Caffeine is a vitamin, and it's beneficial to the body. Like people think, oh, beneficial to the body. Well, have you ever seen the brain on caffeine? I mean, it's brain vitamin pretty much. Caffeine is your vitamin for your brain. Like it's very vital if you're having issues with like sleep and stuff like that because sleep will affect your brain negatively. Well, if you throw caffeine into the mix, then it doesn't work like that. You negate that effect. Caffeine is a vitamin and it is necessary in a person's diet to have caffeine. A person off of caffeine is like very emotionally out of whack. Caffeine has a as a vitamin helps your hippocampus. It does something. I don't know what it does. Like science hasn't looked into it enough because they just labeled it as bad instead of looking into the good aspects of it. But yeah, it does something to your hippocampus and helps control your emotions and helps you be more stable in your emotions. Caffeine does. So yeah, it's very beneficial to somebody who's like has anger issues. Throw them on caffeine. It'll help them out. Get them off of alcohol too. They got anger issues. Throw them on caffeine. Yeah, get them off of alcohol. But yeah, caffeine is a vitamin. I know it's going to make some people mad me saying that, but it is the truth. Caffeine is a vitamin, and it's beneficial to a person's brain as well as the rest of their body. But it does inhibit the calcium and stuff like that. So like it's bad for your bones. But I mean, you just take calcium and magnesium and you're fine. So yeah, it doesn't really matter. But make sure if you're taking calcium, you also take magnesium because if not, then you'll just build up calcium in your body that will be bad for you because you won't actually be absorbing it. You'll just have excess caffeine stuck in your body or caffeine, calcium stuck in your body. That'd be very bad for you. So if you're taking calcium, take magnesium too. But yeah, people talk about caffeine is so bad, it's a vitamin. So yeah, people are just stupid. Yeah, they don't actually look into things. They just assume and take things as people say is true. Hey, Kevin, uh, are you one of my subscribers? I think this is the first time I heard from you, but how you doing? Anyways, Kevin. Yeah, as I was talking about, caffeine is good for you and it is a vitamin. But yeah, anything in moderation is good pretty much. So be careful. Don't take too much caffeine without water. Um, People talk about how energy drinks are so bad. I did a video on it, what's wrong with energy drinks and what causes people to have heart palpitations and heart attacks, and that is the same thing as what could cause people to have a heart attack from taking vitamin C or anything like that. You take too much vitamins and you don't drink water, you give yourself a heart attack, period. It doesn't matter what type of vitamin it is, whether it be caffeine or vitamin C or vitamin D or calcium or magnesium or whatever, iron. You'll kill yourself if you don't drink it with water or take it with water. So for every vitamin you have is 12 fluid ounces of water. So if you're drinking a full can of Monster Energy drink, you better be drinking 24 fluid ounces of water, 12 to 24 fluid ounces of water, 24 to be safe, which is about 2 cups, 1 to 2 cups of water per energy drink that you drink. And you're supposed to drink it while you're drinking the energy drink or after. Not before. Before it doesn't work. You have to drink it during or after. And we're not talking about like 10 minutes afterwards. By then, it's too late. If your body's already absorbing it, it's too late. So I would say 1 to 2 minutes tops after drinking your energy drink, you should be drinking your 12 fluid ounces of water. But yeah, people don't drink water when they drink the energy drinks, and it gives them heart palpitations. It kills them because of the vitamins in it. What happens is any vitamin will cause your blood to coagulate. Blah blah. It'll cause your blood to thicken. There you go. So yeah, when your blood thickens, you need to drink water to thin your blood out so that your heart isn't working too hard to pump your thick blood. And that's what happens. That's what gives you a heart attack is the vitamins thicken your blood so much that your heart is working too hard to pump that thick blood throughout your body, and then it gives you a heart attack. So yeah, always drink water when you're taking vitamins, especially energy drinks, which has like taurine in it, which thickens your blood a lot. Um, Ginseng too thickens your blood a lot. So yeah, be very careful with vitamins and not drinking water. That'll kill you. Like I said, even vitamin C, you take too much vitamin C without water, and it can kill you because it'll cause your heart to work too hard. But yeah, as far as overdosing on vitamins, I overdose on vitamins all the time, but I drink water too. So with the vitamins, so it's fine. Yeah, that's how I'm not sick right now. I work crazy hours and don't get enough sleep and whatnot, but I overdose on vitamins so I don't have corona. That's not the only reason why I do that. I just do that not to get sick and to be healthy because my diet isn't exactly the healthiest. So I overdose on vitamins to make up for my diet not being very well or very good, whatever. Look at my hair. My hair's starting to get long again. I just recently donated it. Well, recently it's been a while, but you can check out my video of me donating it. I actually filmed me getting my hair cut and donating it at Great Clips. It was very long, well over 12 inches. It was like 16 inches long when I got it cut, and my hair grows really thick too. So they could probably make two out of it. And yes, I'm a natural redhead. Yeah, so as you can tell, because my eyebrows are red too. But yeah, I'm a natural redhead. Uh, yeah. So good thing about being a redhead is girls like redheads. They just see my red hair and like, red hair. And then they see my eyes and they're like, "Don't you got blue eyes?" I'm like, "No." It's hard. It doesn't really show up on my camera, but I got turquoise eyes. I got green in my eyes too. So yeah, I've had girls date me just because of my eyes or just because of my hair. So yeah, it's whatever. Um, but yeah, FYI, guys, if you want a girl, confidence is key. Uh, if you have confidence, you can get any girl. I've walked up to plenty of girls that people are like, "Oh, you can't get their number." Like, who cares if they're rich or the top of the hierarchy or whatever of social status? Or, well, I can't think of what they would be called, but whatever. Popular, yeah, there you go. I don't know why I couldn't think of that, but yeah, I'll get the most popular girl in school or anywhere to date me. Yeah, period. It doesn't matter. It's just because I'm like that. Confidence. I just don't care. Just walk up to anybody and be like, "Hey, get your number." That's my hook line. And for girls, "Hey, can I get your number?" Or "Hey, what's up? Can I get your number?" "Hey, can I have your number?" And it works too every single time. I just walk up to him, "Hey, I'm Joey. Can I have your number?" Some variant of that, yeah. If you want a girl, whether it be a lesbian going on to a girl or a girl going on to a girl, or even a girl going on to a guy, um, confidence is key. You just, hey, can I get your number? Or I know it's like really, hey, but yeah, if you're gonna walk up to somebody and you've never talked to them before, say hey, hey. It gets their attention. Hey is a psychological thing. When a person says hey, it gets your attention. So if you never said anything to anybody before, you say hey. You don't say hello. You don't say hi. That's too tentative. If you're trying to get somebody's number, hey is the first thing you say when you walk up to them. You still around, Funk It, CT, or Kevin, or whatever? Who's my one person that's still around? But anyways, so yeah, if you want somebody, you just say hey. And if you want to get anybody's attention, you say hey. Hey's the way to talk to somebody. You don't say hello. Hello is not uh, aggressive enough. It's not assertive enough, is what I'm trying to say. Assertive enough. You gotta say hey. Hey is how you get somebody's attention. hey, and then you just finish off. And don't be scared to say it like I said it too. Hey. Oh, all right, Kevin, you're still here. So what's going on? You new to my channel or anything or something? Yeah. A lot of people wonder why I do so many things on my channel. It's just I just do whatever I like to do. Yeah, I'm not a one channel type thing. I do all sorts of things. I do like boxing, fishing, conspiracy videos, and all sorts of stuff. And now I started doing live streaming and that. So yeah, I'll just do like talk sections. Normally when I do like community service and I pick up trash, I would talk about stuff like this. But since I'm not out picking up trash, I'm just doing it here, talking here. But yeah, eventually, when I get enough subscribers, I want to start editing my videos and that, especially my fishing videos. But my other like talk videos and that, I won't be editing. Including my unboxings, I won't be editing those. It'll be just only editing my gaming videos when I get back into gaming and fishing videos. What's my goal? To eventually start making money. But yeah, I started my channel not with the goal set in mind to start getting monetized and that and making money off of it. I just started YouTube to document what I like doing and my life pretty much. I've lived a really crazy life and people don't believe this stuff. So yeah, but when it really counted and I had my camera and I went to film something that nobody believes me to this day, um, they scared them off. There was a giant rabbit, and I went to take a video of it, and the sound of my camera turning on spooked it. So I never even got it on camera. But yeah, eventually I'm gonna get something really crazy on camera that nobody would believe me, regardless, and I'm gonna be like, yeah, well, there you go. It all worked out in the end. But yeah, I've gone through all sorts of crazy stuff. But yeah, my goal as far as YouTube is just to have fun. I enjoy doing the stuff I do, so I just have fun doing it and film it. Yeah, so there's that. Um, I enjoy making content for people, and people like my content, or else I wouldn't have so many views and that and watch time minutes. But I'm still a small channel. I'm growing though. I'm growing a lot, pretty fast. I'm hoping to reach 1,000 subscribers within a year or two. That would be great. But yeah, um, I'm guessing that when I start editing my videos and that and doing my gaming channel, gaming part of my channel, I'll get a lot more views because I'll be doing editing of my fishing and stuff like that. Yeah, and my gamings, I'll do editing of that because an hour long, 2 hour long video of me just playing my game is kind of redundant. I'll cut out all that garbage crap and turn an hour into half an hour or 20 minutes or 15 minutes or whatever. But yeah, I play TF2 only. I'm an exclusive TF2 player, which is Team Fortress 2. Uh, it's so fun. I love playing medic and engineer and demo man and pyro. I'm like new into, but it's pretty fun. I just really don't like pyro that much playing as it. I enjoy demo man. I'm intelligent enough. I just set sticky bomb traps and wait for someone to come around and blow them up. If you want to go check out Sticky Bomb Them Feet, I think that's what I titled my TF2 video where I sticky bombed somebody's feet because I knew that they had somebody trolling them that were coming and targeting them only for killing them. They were completely ignoring me and wouldn't even attack me unless I attacked them. So I knew that they were targeting the person. They turned out to be friends, which I didn't know. But so he was targeting him, and the person that was on my team was a sniper, and the person that was targeting him was a pyro, and he kept running around and stuff. So and running into our base to try and burn the sniper that was on my team. So I'm like, all right, well he's gonna come around the corner and try and burn that pyro. So I laid sticky bombs on his feet, so that way when the pyro came around to kill him, I just blew him up. It was hilarious. So then he's like, "Oh well," Hey, did you have somebody that was friends with you join just so that they could sticky bomb your feet? So then that's why I titled that. It was so funny. I'm like, sticky bomb them feet. Oh, it was just hilarious. I like to like hide them on doorways and stuff on the um, the wood and stuff like that because there's texture in the actual game. So if you like put it on the wood of the door frame and that, you can't see it from the other side. So people come around the corner and don't see the bombs and just boom, blow them up. But yeah, I'm not a like jumper type person. Like people use the rockets and stuff to jump around and bombs to jump around. I just don't do that. It's not my game style play. Yeah, but I'm really old school with TF2, but it works and it works great. I'm a really good TF2 player. A lot of people think I hack, but I'm not a hacker. I do know coding and stuff like that, and I probably could hack if I really wanted to. I just don't. I'm not into that. It's like whatever. I'm not into coding. I was in high school and we did coding, and I'm so intelligent that if I stare at code for too long, I start to see what it is. Like in the Matrix, how the guy's like, "Oh, I don't even see zeros and ones anymore. I see the people, and I see this and I see that." Well, that's me. When I write code, if it's wrong, I won't see anything, and then when I fix it and it actually works out, then I'll see what I created. So it's like crazy. It's like really bizarre, and if I did it too often, I would make me go crazy, literally. So I did just stay away from that sort of thing. I created a world. We had to create our own Earth, so I created streams and birds and fish and uh, rain and clouds and trees and leaves and everything you could imagine. I made it all, and then by the time I finished it, I started seeing it, and I'm like, no, that's not happening. I'm gonna go crazy if I do this for a living. So I stayed away from coding. So that's why I'm not a hacker. It would make me go crazy if I was a hacker. Literally insane. Too smart. I got a 142 IQ, which is 7 points under Einstein. But Einstein's stupid. I think I'm smarter than him. He was all wrong about everything. Yeah. But yeah, Einstein was an idiot. Uh, Talking about, oh, there's a speed limit in the universe of light speed. Yeah, right. There is no speed limit in the universe. He was wrong about everything. Gravity? No, he's wrong about that too. The only thing that he was really close to being right about was plane theory. Um, Most people don't think he was a plane theorist, but he was. He believed in plane theory because plane theory played into his theory of gravity and space time and stuff like that. But yeah, he didn't outright come out and say he was a plane theorist, but yeah, plane theory is like the only thing he was right about. And gravity and stuff like that, he didn't even come up with it right. He said that gravity was created by mass. Gravity is not created by mass. Gravity is created by the floor plane, and mass is what causes the floor plane to react on it. So, like surface area is what causes gravity. Surface area, not mass. So he was wrong about that too. It's not actually mass that causes gravity; it's surface area. So the bigger the surface area, the more gravity pull it'll have because it's just bigger, and it creates more of a cross section for the floor plane to interact with it. So yeah, I'm probably the only person that ever said that that it's surface area that causes gravity, not not the actual mass of an object, but the surface area. So that's why um, things that had a higher surface area would fall faster on Earth if it wasn't for wind resistance. But yeah, so that like a star is bigger, so it creates more of a gravity pull. But it's really confusing because why would you think that a black hole has greater gravity when it has a smaller surface area? You would think it has a smaller surface area than a star, That's not true because the surface area of a black hole is very, very big because the particles are closer together versus being spread apart in sun. So it's just an optical illusion with your eye that you think it has a smaller surface area when in actuality, a black hole still has a higher surface area. So that explains why it has a greater gravity pull than actual star would, even though it's smaller. Yeah, but it's just a trick to the eye. The greater the surface area, the greater the gravitational pull it has. Yeah. But anyways, enough about physics. I gotta take off. Anyway, so whomever is still here, you have a good day. See you, YouTube.